Well, back to school is a good time to inform families about food allergies and staying safe. For more on this, we're joined by food allergy advocate Joey Salmingo. Thanks so much for being with us, Joey.
Thanks for having me back here.
And of course, this is a really important topic for you personally. Tell us about why you're so excited about sharing this cause.
Well, I mean, excitement is probably not the word, and I'll tell you why. I mean, I wish I wasn't here because the only reason that I've became a food allergy advocate is because my sister passed away 1 year ago Saturday. She died from a nut allergy. She was 30 years old. It happened from a dessert that she loved. So my sister died eating her favorite dessert. And I decided to start FATE, which stands for Food Allergy Training and Education, which is an organization that is dedicated to providing education and training on food allergies, the awareness of it, the signs to look for anaphylaxis, life-saving practices, and I really want to get the message across because it's a subject that isn't taken too seriously these days.
What do people need to know that they don't already know about allergies?
Well, I always say that it's not the food allergy community that I need to speak to because the food allergy community already knows how to take care of themselves. It's the non-food allergy community and parents of kids that may not have food allergies that I really want to get this message across to, because it's really easy to say that this doesn't affect me.
Right.
I don't have food allergies, my kid doesn't have food allergies, so I don't need to pay attention. But the second you start to live with that mentality, you're going to let your guard down and someone's going to get hurt. And the physical, the emotional, and in some cases, the legal ramifications of that are enough to be a detriment to all parties involved. So I really want to get across that cognizance, compassion, and abiding by the rules that schools have set where nuts are not allowed in schools, and in some cases other allergens may not be allowed in schools either.
What are some really big ones other than nuts? I mean, that's one that we always talk about, especially during back to school, but what are some other big ones people need to just be aware of as their children go back to school next week? Yeah,
Canada has a list of priority allergens which are available to see on Health Canada or foodallergycanada.ca, but nuts, tree nuts, all seafood, so like finfish and shellfish, stuff like even mustard, sesame, soy are priority allergens as well. But realistically, these days, unfortunately, we have to look out for a lot of things, right? So even if your kid doesn't have food allergies, if you're having a birthday party for your kid and they got friends coming over, reading the labels, I mean, FATE's mandate and slogan is ask questions, read every ingredient, and never take chances on a may-contain label because there's just no guarantee on may-contain.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of these things are in other products that you might not even realize, right?
Exactly. Oh, and of course, the life-saving device of the epinephrine injector, right? This could save your life. In the case of my sister, it didn't work because she had eaten so much of it, her body just continued to process what her body recognized as a poison. But this is a life-saving device that was designed to perhaps buy you time to get to the emergency room. So make sure your kids that do have food allergies always have this on them.
So one of the things that you talk about a lot is the experience of children who have food allergies in school. Sometimes these kids are actually bullied. Bullying
is a huge problem in general, but food allergy bullying is a huge subject that not a lot of people think about. If you have a food allergy, and the thing is when I do the training for the students, I never ask who here has a food allergy, because some kids may not want that disclosed about them. And it's a real problem that just needs to be addressed, that this is a life and death situation. There was a story in the UK of a 13-year-old boy who was bullied. He had a dairy allergy and kids were throwing cheese at him. And he died from that incident, right?
Oh my goodness.
So it's this type of stuff that we need to teach our kids, that bullying is not tolerated, but also food allergy bullying is something that exists and also needs to be addressed.
Okay, just with a few seconds here, I just would like to leave some parents who are watching this and are sending their kids off to school with just one message that you want to give them about how to tell their kids to interact with other kids who may have food allergies to avoid bullying.
For sure. I mean, we're told to be compassionate in life in general. Being compassionate, being cognizant, and as FATE's slogan is, ask questions, read every single ingredient, and never take chances on may-contain labels.
Okay, some really important advice. Thanks so much for coming in here, Joey.
Me.
We appreciate it.